Namaste. I am your host Aditi Joshi. I want to welcome everyone to today's important discussion. The year is 2075. India, the land that once dreamed of becoming a Vishwaguru, a spiritual beacon to the world, is now a shattered land. Broken, fragmented, no longer Bharat. Just a group of bitter Balkanized states at odds with each other. And among all these tragedies, the worst damage has been to the freedom and dignity of women. Let's begin with the Islamic Federation of Hindustan, the largest and most extreme of these new Islamic states. Here, strict Sharia law controls every aspect of life. Women have lost everything. No school, no jobs, no freedom of speech, no walking outside without a male guardian. They must cover themselves head to toe. Even speaking out is dangerous. There's a ministry of virtue and vice modeled after the Taliban, monitoring behavior, enforcing morality, punishing women for the smallest so-called mistakes. Music is banned, art is banned, public laughter is banned, and violations are punished with public beatings or worse. It is hard to believe that this is the same land that once produced women scientists, CEOs, doctors, and sports champions. But now, women are locked away physically and mentally. So how did we end up here? Let us rewind to the 2020s. Back then, liberal feminists across India and the West were loudly defending the hijab. They said it was freedom of choice. They said banning the hijab was an attack on personal rights. Many progressive Hindu women even joined in. What they failed to see was that an oppressive symbol defended today becomes a prison tomorrow. What they celebrated as choice has now become law. In the Islamic Federation, if a woman refuses to wear the hijab, she risks arrest, flogging, and even death. The same garment that was glorified as empowerment is now a tool of oppression. This brings to mind a powerful book, Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. Published in 1985, it imagined a dystopian future where women had no rights, where they were forced to cover their bodies, denied education, and turned into childbearing slaves. Sound familiar? Back then, it seemed like fiction. Now, in parts of the subcontinent, it is a reality. Just like in Atwood's world, women in 2075 India are categorized, controlled, and silenced. And just like in her story, this new world did not happen overnight. It was created slowly with every progressive compromise, every silence in the face of extremism, every time truth was sacrificed for political correctness. Now let us turn to the Islamic Republic of Kashmir. Here too, women live under the Sharia law, stripped of their civil rights. Hindu women who did not flee were kidnapped, abused, and trafficked. Some were sold into sex slavery, others forced into marriage with militants. This did not happen overnight. After the abrogation of Article 370 in 2019, things looked hopeful for a while. Peace was returning. Women were thriving. But local politicians, driven by power and radical ideology, opened the door to extremism. By 2060, jihadi groups had taken full control. Kashmir was declared as an Islamic state, and women, they paid the highest price. Now to Khalistan. Once known for its dynamic and modern Sikh community, Khalistan today is a Taliban style theocracy. Women here must follow strict codes, cover their heads, avoid Western clothing, and seek permission to work or even study. And here's the bitter twist. Back in the 2020s, many Sikh women supported the Khalistan movement, thinking that it was a bold progressive cause. They did not realize that they were helping build a future where their own freedom would be taken away. Today, they live in regret and fear. The Dravidian Confederation is another tragic story. There are no theocracies here, but there's something just as dangerous: anarchy. Armed Christian, Muslim, and Hindu militias roam freely. The state is weak, law and order barely exist, and women, they are the primary victims, raped, kidnapped, used as tools in revenge wars. There's no justice, there's no protection. The Republic of Hindustan, a small Hindu majority nation, is now the only place in South Asia where women still enjoy basic human rights: the right to education, the right to dress freely, the right to choose their own lives, and even here, things are fragile. Cross border kidnappings of Hindu women are common. Love jihad laws are rampant, and the country constantly lives under threat. It's a flickering lamp in a sea of darkness. So, what led to all of this? Yes, radicalism. Yes, separatism. But also woke hypocrisy. The same liberals who screamed about oppression in Hindu festivals stayed silent when real oppression happened elsewhere. When women were being flogged in Afghanistan, they are mocking Karwa Chauth. When triple talaq was banned, a huge victory for Muslim women, by the way, they called it Islamophobic. They stood by as Sharia courts spread in the UK. They ignored the rise of radical Islam across Europe. And in India, they helped legitimize regressive ideas under the garb of cultural, and women are paying the price. So, what can we learn from this dark vision of Balkanized India 2075? That freedom once lost doesn't return easily. That silence is not compassion, it is surrender. That when you glorify oppression today, you become its victim tomorrow. The war on women in 2075 is not just a tragedy, it is a mirror reflecting what happens when civilizational values are abandoned and when appeasement is mistaken for progress. But this dystopia does not end here. What happens when a subcontinent once known for its unity, diversity, and spiritual depth turns into a battlefield of clashing ideologies, sectarian violence, and broken promises? In the next episode of Dharma Dialogues, History Log 2075, we zoom out and witness the full societal collapse of post-India South Asia. Liberal allies get hunted, Christians get used and thrown away. Ambedkarites realize too late that betrayal has no rewards. And Bollywood, once the loudest voice of secularism, gets drowned in its own cesspool. The next episode, Balkanized India, a subcontinent in societal chaos, is next. Don't miss it. The chaos you're about to see started decades ago with silence.